Okay, guys, Melissa here. I'm just kind of leaning back on my couch here. I'm kind of in like fighting infection, guys. I've been kind of warm today, so I'm just like making sure that I don't have to go to the doctors to get antibiotics. So, anyways, I want to talk about why is it some women don't have support in life? Why is that? So, if you look on my community channel, I found Jordan Peterson who talks about women who don't have support. So, when you come from a broken family, as I did, a lot of women have to rely on themselves. They have to fend for themselves. Um, I know my mom did, and my mom was very much uh, busy with her mother when I was growing up, which left me without enough support that I needed. So I have had my father disown me, my mother abandon me, saying she relationship is too hard with me after she told me that she loved me. So, what do you make of that? It's like, did you even try? And so that is a huge part of a woman being abandoned. My in laws who didn't, they wanted to be nitpicky. And then my husband. So that is like five major relationships, right? That were broken. My relationships with my sons are all intact. I work at relationships. It's something I do. I am always working at relationships. What do you do when you don't have enough support, ladies? So, first of all, you want to make sure you have support in some way. So, when you've had people who have not been there for you, it's not necessarily an awful thing, okay? There is a time to say, these people are not dependable. They have asked me to compromise my faith. My mother in law was for abortion too. It's kind of like you have to come out of that. You have to. And especially as a Christian, you have to be able to be like, this is not my belief. It is not okay that you forced an abortion on me. Even my mother, who wants to argue about, well, oh, it was more of her decision. It was my mother's, it was my father's decision. I was a minor, I was a kid, okay, and they're adults, period. If anyone was sorry, I think it was my father because he did say later on, everybody makes mistakes. So if anyone acknowledged anything, I think it was more of my father. But when you have family leave you, the good news is, guys, you can be a woman who has to learn to find that resilience within yourself. You have to carry on, you have to move on, like I have from my divorce. You have to be able to know that you have what it takes to make it. You have to know that this is not on you. You are worthy. You are valuable. It's not on you at all. It's them who don't know how to have a relationship that is meaningful. I would also say some people are born into a huge support system, which doesn't necessarily mean that that is always the best. Sometimes when you have people who just have abandoned you, you actually have to use, I'm going to take my hair down, you have to use your resources more to be able to become the person you are supposed to be. So, for example, as a Christian, because I've had abandonment in my life, and I know God says that He never ever leaves us, that has increased my faith. When Jesus was misunderstood by his own, that has increased my faith. My own have not accepted me. And it says that in the Bible that your very own people many times will not accept you as a Christian. So that just increases your faith. Being on your own, you learn to make it work. So I have not been able to depend on a husband recently. So I've had to learn some things without him that can be very healthy. So don't think that a lack of a support system is bad. And as a matter of fact, I have a lady picking me up for church this Sunday. And because I've had the lack of support, it's pushed me toward the church. That's what it's doing, is pushing me more toward the church. So that is what you want. And they are huge on church family. They are very big because nobody's supposed to walk necessary alone in life. We are Christians, we are made for relationships. But when you have a lot of brokenness in your life and you're born into that, you have to create your own support network, which I did. I created it when I was raising my boys, and then I created it later on with friendships. And you have to continue to create a support system of some kind, even if it's at work and you have certain people that you connect with. You have to have something to help people comfort you. I had I had some guys at work who were visiting, and they were praying for me. They were like, "Melissa, we are so sorry that you have been going through this suffering with your husband, that he did this to you. Um, even if it's at work, even if it's at the library and you connect with the woman there, I've had, librarians who have been great friends. I've had, people in my homeschool circles, people in my networking circles who have been, even now, people I'm networking with who have become friends. So you want to make a support system for yourself, but it doesn't mean that you don't need that inner strength to go through the broken relationship. So check out my community post, guys. Okay, thanks for joining me.